Middle-earth: Shadow of War is an open-world action-adventure game set in the Middle-earth, in a universe created by J.R.R. Tolkien. The game is developed by American studio Monolith Production. According to the Philip Straub, director of art and Monolith Productions, the increased number of regions in the game has led to a greater visual variety. Players will be engrossed in a richer, more personal and expansive world full of epic heroes and villains, iconic locations, original enemy types, more personalities and new cast of characters with untold stories. The title will be shipped for PlayStation 4, Xbox One and Microsoft Windows, both via Steam and Microsoft Play Everywhere program for Windows 10, with the Xbox One version. The game is the sequel to the 2014's excellent Shadow of Mordor. Shadow of Mordor's release was the most successful for a Lord of the Rings based game. The game was critically acclaimed. Shadow of Mordor's combat was considered excellent by most critics. Receptions from the game's storyline was mixed. Elements of the game was criticized. Shadow of War continues the story of Talion, the cursed human from the previous game. He saw his family and everyone he knew massacred by the armies of Sauron. Talion was resurrected by a mysterious ghostly figure who's granted the Ranger new power in his quest for revenge. Following the first game's abrupt final, Talion's power has grown, with the help of his incorporeal companion. He has forged a new ring of power, the MacGuffins of the worlds of Middle-earth, which grant incredible abilities to those who wear them. Talion has a new approach to the fight against the internal evil of Sauron. Shadow of War is set between the events of The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, and continues the narrative from the Shadow of Mordor. Following Talion, who is still infused with the spirit of the Elf Lord Celebrimbor, Talion has found a new ring of power, which Celebrimbor believes as Galadriel had done. That with it, he could have controlled its power to avoid becoming a Dark Lord. Middle-earth: Shadow of War will launch for PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC in August 22nd. Shadow of War is gonna be bigger, better and meaner than the game that came before. The game is an open-world action-adventure game that's set in Middle-earth. It is pointedly more epic game than its predecessor. The game is a sequel to the 2014's excellent Shadow of Mordor. Talion returns, and this time he is commanding an army of orcs, raiding strongholds in the world with much larger scope, and even flying the backs of dragons. Middle-earth: Shadow of War goes wild with the brilliant Nemesis system. Shadow of War will pick up roughly where the original title left off, as a player will assume the role of the Ranger Talion, after he's created a ring of power designed to challenge Sauron. For those who haven't played Shadow of Mordor, the Nemesis system allows players to interact with the hierarchy of Sauron's army. Players are also able to essentially possess low-tier villains and help them move to the ladder as kind of double agent. The addition of this Nemesis Fortress dynamic will allow players to conquer enemy strongholds as well as establish their own strongholds and armies. The players control the human Talion. Talion has several neutral, athletic and combat abilities as a ranger, but also has a unique ability to provide by the spirit of the Elf Lord Celebrimbor, who shares his body. The players uses their combination abilities to complete various missions, typically aimed to disrupt the armies of Sauron. The game expands upon Shadow of Mordor's Nemesis system to apply to the larger part of the world, including other characters called followers that will have a behavior guided by how the player's characters has interacted with them. The contrast of the previous game, which was more of the hack and slash, the sequel will have an action role-playing approach, creating a more personalized experience for each player. The game builds upon the Nemesis system, allowing Talion to gain followers from several races from Middle-earth, and plan out complex strategies using these to complete missions. Some orc leaders carry a curse that fills your head with evil whispers and prevents you from using powers of dominance when they are in the area, so you will have to kill them. Conveniently placed explosive will help you destroy enemies, ramparts and giving your army a wide open channel into the fortress. Talion can ride dragons now. Turn 1 to your will and you can use it as a flying siege engine. Turn 1 to your will and you can use it as a flying siege engine. Overlords don't fight alone. Armored cargo riders are tough and quick, perfect for plunging into hostile territory for a speedy assist. The best place to plant your ghostly standard is directly in the skull of the old boss. Following the amazing reception to Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, the developers massively expanded every dimension of the game, including the world, the story and the RPG system, and the core gameplay, of course the personal player stories of the Nemesis system. The team are so grateful to have the privilege to bring alive the most incredibly fantasy world ever created in a new way. Shadow of War is looking to expand the features of Shadow of Mordor in a way that allows players to shape the game's world as they seem fit, and make it their own. The open-world action-adventure game is brought to life through the expansion of the award-winning NEMESIS system. The robust personalization from the first game is now applied to the entire world, where the environments and characters are all shaped by players' actions and decisions, creating a personal world unique to every gameplay experience. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, let us know in the comment section below by typing something awesome and hit that like button. If you have any requests on a video we should do all you should know on, let us know also down below. So I will see you guys in my next video. Have a great day and bye.